Aneson Gib. I think if you reverse it, it's just big nose. I mean, it's not that bad, Gib. It's okay. Anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. If you are new here, make sure to subscribe. But if you're returning, you know that I know about this Gib McBroom fight coming up soon, and I want to give breakdowns on this. I want to tell you guys who's gonna win. I want to make sure you guys know who's got the best chance of winning, who you should bet on even. You know, I'm trying to help you guys out basically with these videos. So today, we're going to be breaking down Aneson Gib, and we're going to determine if he's legit in the ring. Alright, so there's the jab. He starts off pumping the jab. Eats a jab too. So, I don't know. I don't, like, from that right away with the jab, his head was very heavy on the center line, obviously. And you know, Taylor Holder fired a jab back. I do remember from this fight, Holder was just too patient. The in and out movement from Gib, I think, will be a problem for Austin McBroom, because it's different, right? He's not just laterally moving up and down, up, forward, and backwards either, right? He's angling off a lot. He's angling off constantly, and if McBroom fires his two, I think he's gonna find himself squared. Like we did see him in the last one. He was squared when he fought Bryce Hall. He found himself squared when he throws the left. He overcommits, and the way Gib angles off, I think he could find a counter left. Or a counter, yeah, counter left, probably more likely. Because he does leave the hand low. Man, I forgot how annoying Paige Van Zandt was in this commentary. Like, yeah, I don't know, nothing more said, but I forgot Paige Van Zandt was not the most enjoyable commentator on this card. Keemstar was possibly better. Like, she was just very annoying. Not to say she couldn't beat me up. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, her commentary wasn't the best. Everyone can get better commentary. I'm not great at commentary. Everyone's not great at commentary. You know what I'm saying? But still, like, it's pretty bad. Nice job parrying those shots, but I could see McBroom conditioning the jab there. So wild overhand right, and I think McBroom, he was firing some twos to the body in the Bryce Hall fight and could catch Gib there. If Gib can't overextend himself like that, that's just going to get him caught. I think it should at least, but I don't know. The movement, the footwork of Gib is very good. High level. One of the biggest problems I see in Gib's game, though, right now, his head is being active. It's moving up the center line. If you don't know, there's a center line in fighting, right? You want to have your head off that center line as much as possible. It's harder because shots are coming straight. They're coming straight down the center line, right for your head. You want to slip off the center line, get out of the way of shots. But Gib is moving his head too much. Mike Tyson, when he would go with his peekaboo style, he was moving like this. Gib's almost like ducking fully, like he's almost slipping shots in some of these exchanges, and that's what could get him caught. Now, McBroom does not have great hooks at all. The only good thing about McBroom is his jab, and his straight is decent. But if he does that in that fight, he could catch Gib. Because sometimes Gib is over-exaggerating the movement and moving too much. Now, not right here, though. Like, the way he's parrying the shots with the rear hand, just picking, like, it's great. Gib was on fire this night. Little uppercut to set up the overhand right. Holder shakes it off, but see, this is great too. This is a great example of what I think is going to happen in this fight. Already, Gib has Holder cornered. He already has him backed up into the side of the ring. The ring generalship of Aneson Gib is second to none in YouTube boxing. I think Jake Paul probably controls the ring better, but look at that, man. Backing him up with the jab, with the shots to the body. That's going to be a big weapon for him against McBroom, because those are going to set up the shots to the head. He can't leave himself open there, though, but I don't see McBroom giving Gib much of a problem after just the first round of this fight. See there, he thought about angling off, switching stances, kind of Tyson-esque. Switching stances to find the left hand, switching back, you know, which is not that rare. But yeah, so from that round, I think one thing that we can take away for when he fights McBroom is, I mean, okay, so right here, obviously, this hand is not up, and there's not a reason for the hand to not be up, right? Look at the jab, the hand you want here, but it's still actually, no, the hand's actually right there. Never mind, man. Aneson Gib, woo, good work. I was about to critique. I can't critique the guy. Hand goes right back, but then see right there. I pointed at the screen. Right there, he dipped his head here. Here, we'll go back a sec. He throws that and then dips his head. So if McBroom is just countering with this hand, and like he does, remember guys, he's southpaw, right? So his hands, it's different. It's reversed of this, and I could see him finding the lead uppercut there, or I would see him finding the lead hook rather. I think there's gonna be in this fight. I think we're gonna have to worry about headbutts. I think that's something that's not with McBroom being southpaw and Gib moving in, crashing in so often, and obviously in this fight, Holder decided to go back. But I could see McBroom not going back, holding his ground, and not really being pushed back as much as you might think, being the aggressor. So southpaw orthodox matchups, we often see a lot of headbutts, and I think that's something that could happen in this fight. So with the way Gib will crash into the clinch, we'll have to look and see if he keeps the head up or if he kind of dips it down like he did earlier. See, like that, man, the constant level changes from Gib are going to give McBroom problems. But the thing people aren't talking about, right, this is I think it's 3 rounds, or 3-minute rounds for maybe 8 rounds, right? See, he gets out of the way of that uppercut there. The counter's nothing there. Doing a nice job parrying the jab, but McBroom will I guess, condition you to the jabs, which is a great technique. And see, Gib doesn't find himself in the clinch, to be fair to him, a lot. He just crashes in a lot, and Holder backed out. And we're going to learn a decent amount from this fight from Aneson Gib about what he's capable of. However, southpaw orthodox matchup, things change, especially with less experienced guys. If we're talking like, I don't know, I guess maybe with Gib it shouldn't be that big of a factor, but maybe McBroom, yeah, he's used to it though, southpaw. I don't know. The jab of Gib, I think, is not that stiff, right? Like, see there, ooh, overextends himself there with the overhand right. His jab is just, he uses his jab to set things up. McBroom uses his jab to cause damage. But Gib works upstairs, downstairs, everywhere, constantly. Like, he's going to the body, going to the head. He's doing a great job in this fight. He did do a great job in this fight. Of staying active everywhere, too. I remember, like, Paige Van Zandt questioning the gas tank. And I was, too. I was like, there's no way he keeps his pace up. Even here, it seems like he starts to slow down, but he doesn't. Finds himself back in the clinch. I think Aneson Gib has the best shot at winning this fight when he gets it in the inside, when he gets closer range. See, there's the 2, not much offering. Finds himself back in the clinch. And these were 2-minute rounds. I'm assuming this fight's going to be 6. Oh, the 1-2 got through the guard. McBroom does not keep a high guard either. He keeps a lower, almost Philly shell type guard. It's not a full Philly shell. And sometimes he'll bring the guard up. Sometimes he'll bring the guard up. But he's often in a stance like this, right? Kind of like the Philly shell. And I think if Gib fires the straight 1-2, I think it's going to be problems. Because McBroom doesn't move his head enough for that. He does not move his head. Gib moves his head a lot, and I think that's going to be a big weapon for him, slipping a jab, countering with a left hook. Or countering with a right hook. 2 10-9s is what the social gloves had. Yeah, it's pretty obvious. So there's another. It's almost like he got tired of parrying the shots here. Look at it. Like, he just kind of sliced across with the left. I don't think it was a left hook. It might have been a feint. It was probably just a feint left hook. But the double jab and then down to the body is money for Gib in this fight. And in the Austin McBroom fight, I think it'll probably be a pretty decent weapon for him. However, oh, there's overhand right. However, when you have I think the right hook to the body is going to be a big weapon for Gib in the fight against McBroom. And I think as the fight goes on, he's going to find a jab right hook. And I think it's going to cause a lot of damage. But these aren't full predictions. I'm just saying, from this fight, the left hook to the body, the left hook to the head will be there. The left hook to the head will be there a lot for him against McBroom, I think. His jab, it's actually not bad. There it got through and actually did some damage. But oftentimes, Gib's using the jab to set shots up. All right, so here, the little jab. So that's another example of the feint. And And the only issue, man, here, you're against a southpaw. This guy's completely different stance. You dig to the body. You're open. McBroom's going to come around with the right hook and catch him. But he was digging down with a shovel left hook, so, but still. The combinations of Gib, his hands don't get back to his face quick enough sometimes. And I think that's going to be a big possible issue. Don't get me wrong, man. Right now, at this point, I think... Actually, no, I'm giving no predictions. No predictions. I'm just saying. So nice right hook to the body there. That probably will be a good weapon for him against McBroom. I think the left hook to the head for Gib is going to be a big weapon. I think he uses this in this fight later. Getting some shots. Nice job slipping off there. But see, the thing about Gib, he's from range. He's bouncing. Heads off the center line. You know what I'm saying? But when we get to here, right, and this is third round, he's not bouncing as much when he's throwing the combinations. His head is barely moving. And look, shots come at him. He slipped that shot well. But besides that, when shots are coming at him, he's slipping less, I feel like. Overhand right. Not the best shot ever. Not the worst either. He's got a taller opponent. McBroom, I think, is taller than him too, so. I don't think he'll have a trouble getting off from the jab at the first 2-3 rounds, but after that, I think Gib might be in a bit of trouble. I'm not questioning the gas tank of Gib because he did do this the whole fight. Bouncing, constantly moving. But still, I think if you're a Aneson Gib, I think you need to go full on into a peekaboo style for the Austin McBroom fight. 10-ounce gloves, no head guards. I think you need to lean in to a peekaboo style. Because Gib is so bad. He's bouncing on his feet constantly moving the head, but he doesn't commit to the style fully. He doesn't fully commit himself to the style. Nice jab down to the body. Jab upstairs. He did a good job mixing the jabs up here in this exchange. And it comes over the top with the right hand, misses, does not find the mark at all. Big whiff. Actually, you know what? I think that's a good moment to look at here. Feinting. Lots of feints from Gib. Gib is constantly feinting, and I think that's going to be a big weapon for him, especially when McBroom feels the speed of him. I think Gib's a lot faster than McBroom's going to be expecting. I think than anyone expects him to be. I think he's very fast. I think he's faster than he looks, and he looks fast. So there's the constant feints. When you tag a guy a couple times, feints are the best way once you get someone's respect to set up more shots. So that overhand right just did not land at all. Look at that. Ducks the head. This hand's here, almost like he's defending against the check left hook, or the left hook, the counter left hook, which I don't know about, but yeah. Jab down low for Gib. That was a good weapon for him. Just the right hook. I think that's a big weapon for him in the Austin McBroom fight. Right hook upstairs. Let's see. Jumping left hook. Turn the foot a little bit there. Woo! Completely misses, but look at the hand here. If man, Taylor Holder's whole foot is on the ground. Not breaking out Taylor Holder, but the guy was not as good as people thought he was. Including myself. Like, look at that, man. You gotta, for an overhand right. Actually, you know what? Overhand right, we're gonna have to break that down slower. So he leaps in with the left hook. Not much offering. And then you see moments where Gib almost wants to go to this peekaboo style, man. He could angle off. He could find hooks. And I think that's the best weapon for him against McBroom. So, if that was an overhand right, yeah, you want the hand here. You bring the hand up to block, right? But that's a straight, and it just wasn't really, yeah. So, Gib will parry too much. Gib goes to parry the right hand, and that could get him in trouble if he goes to parry the left hand of McBroom. If he's parrying the jab, that's fine. You can parry a right hand. You can parry the rear hand. However, it's not going to be as effective when you're just parrying the jab. And I do see Gib parries a lot, and his parries are good. His parries are very, very nice. However, McBroom, I could see conditioning Gib to parrying the jab, popping out the jab, digging to the body, and slowing Gib down. Body shots for McBroom are going to be a big weapon. But it's interesting. If you're Gib, I really do believe, man, he needs to... He does kind of... He employs the peekaboo style to an extent. Don't get me wrong. But it's just not where I think he needs to be. And maybe that's just lacking in skill level when you look at guys that have perfected the style, like Mike Tyson. So nice job defending that right hand. So there, all of his weight into this shot. Now, and to his credit, he slips off the center line here, like I'm talking about earlier, and just puts everything in this overhand right. This hand is out here. He did pivot off. It's not bad. But Taylor Holder blocks it. Right hook there. See, the reason Gib won this fight was just activity, right? Holder was just too timid and Gib was too active. Taylor just couldn't deal with it, right? So for Austin McBroom and Gib, I think that could very well be the case. McBroom tried to work from the outside. McBroom wants to be a surgical striker from the outside, working the jab, finds the right hand or finds the left hand. That's what McBroom wants. That's the type of fight McBroom's going to be looking for against Gib, and he's going to have to just jab the heck off of Gib to keep him off of him, right? Because this is the style of fight that Gib wants. Look at that, man. Overhand right. It's not the best technique, but it still finds the home. Holder looks just cast there. Nice jab. Nice jab. So, like I'm talking about earlier, look at the foot. That's just off balance there. You want the foot to be turned, like you want the heel to be up more, right, and going forward instead of down to the side. He would found himself off balance at the shot. You can see the way the shot lands. But this hand, it was down low. That's as the fight's going on. He's possibly fatiguing. Nice job slipping the shot. And this is what I'm talking about, man. Fire the left hook. He does. Right to the body. Beautiful shot. Whew. So, actually, we're going to break down this slip, man. It was too nice. I do want to see if he just moved the head or if he stepped off. Did he step off? I can't even tell. Man. So there's that shot. So we're going to break this down. He was already stepping for this, but it was just great timing. Actually, no, he wasn't. He stepped off the slip. That's great. You want to step off the slip is even better than just moving your head because you're going to be more like stationary because you're kind of bending over almost. You move like the way he did. You're lowering your center of gravity. So you're just like, you're not off balance and stuff, right? So, yeah. That's probably the worst analogy I've ever given in my life. But I think you understand what I'm trying to say. I just, ran right over the top. Gib found those shots in this fight against Holder. And I think he could find himself caught because Austin McBroom is technically a little bit ahead of Gib from the outside. This fight gets into just even medium range, man. And Gib can hold it there. It's done. McBroom has a nice uppercut on him, though. Boom. Trying to look at where he slips. Boom, nice. But, the left hook over the top. I didn't even notice that. That's a nice shot. Boom. It was the biggest shot of the fight by far, man. Look at the eyes of Holder. That's, like, once he ate that shot, you can tell. He's like, what did I sign myself up for? Oh, I did not mean to go back. Alright, 5th round in this fight. The jab from Gib, man. So active. But then again, he fights McBroom. It's going to probably be 6 rounds, probably 3-minute rounds. It will be 3-minute rounds. We know that. It's probably going to be 6 rounds. McBroom would probably want a 4-rounder. Gib would probably want an 8-rounder. I think 6 is a perfect spot for Gib, though. I think he would not do good in 8. I think he would gas. But that's just based on this fight. I know. I'm going to get hate for that. I love Gib. Gib's probably my favorite YouTube boxer. Like, the guy's awesome. So charismatic. He's funny. I'm just saying, we haven't seen his gas tank tested past 2-minute rounds, right? We have never seen anything past that. Because when he fought Jake Paul, he didn't make it out the first. Overhand right, just looping. And if he loops a shot like that, I could see him getting countered by a straight from McBroom later in the fight. Because it was pretty sloppy there. He goes over the top, and the left hand was down. So I could see McBroom firing a straight left right there because Gib lowered his level. Gib lowers his level a lot, which could leave him very susceptible, which leaves him susceptible to the uppercuts of McBroom, because McBroom has shown that he has decent uppercuts as well. His lead left uppercut is not bad, or his lead right uppercut, I mean, is not bad. When he switches to orthodox, his lead left uppercut is not bad. See, look, already, Gib slowed down the movement. You look at first round, he's much more stationary now. He's not as bouncy. And then he kind of starts to bounce again. Spoke too soon. Just beating him up in the corner. Which, and if he fights McBroom, yeah, he needs to do that. He needs to beat the guy up in the corner. And I think he'll be able to do that. I think he can cut off the ring pretty well. Because Gib's footwork is nice, man. Look how he angles off there. Even that, it's slight, but he angles off perfectly. The way he pushes off the foot, angles out, it's just nice. Digs down to the body. Left hook to the body. Then the sloppy overhand right, I think, could get him in trouble. But he has slowed down the movement here. So the feints of Gib, though, once he earns McBroom's respect, which I think is going to be hard for him to do, I think it's going to take him some time to earn McBroom's respect. But when he does, look how fast he is in those 16-ounce or 18-ounce gloves. I think those are 16. Those might be 18s. No, those, they don't know. Grant would not. I don't know. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. They had to be 16s. Ooh. The defense of Gib there was nice. Like, there's this clear difference. Obviously, that shot gets through. But there's a clear difference between Gib and McBroom. And Gib is levels above in this aspect of the fight. When they get into close range, it's like outside striking is where McBroom's going to succeed, when he can use the jab and we can use the right hand and even follow up with the right hook. Or he can use the left hand, follow up with the right hook. But when you get into range like this, man, look at how Gib defends. Perfect. Textbook defense, man. You maybe want the hand a little bit further back, but still textbook defense. He's perfectly defending against the hooks. That's what they mean when you say you got to answer the phone. Hit all the way back. It's nice. Gib's good, man. He's good. Just floating around on the outside. Big overhand right, looping shot. Kind of a Hail Mary, even though he's winning the fight. So here's a moment where if he angles off, if he angles to the outside, this is fine. And he kind of did, but he went back, but he got backed up here. And that's not great. But besides that, we're going to look at that one more time. So when you find yourself in this position, right, where a guy's moving forward, you know he's coming with a power hand, you want to angle off this way. Never angle off this way. You never want to angle off in the power hand, obviously. It's just common sense. You move this way, the hand's coming in. You're done. Or the other way around. You know what I'm saying? But here, Gib, instead of he wants to angle around Holder. Obviously, he's got to worry about the left hook to control him, but he already eats the left hook. So he's got the hand here ready to look for the right hand if it's an overhand right. You know, if it's an overhand right, you can bring the hand out to stop it, and which is what he was looking to do. And he did it. He did it very well. And he was blocking a lot of these shots, man. Like, a lot of those shots he blocked. But I'm just saying, in 10-ounce gloves, McBroom might be able to get through a couple times. And for that reason, I can't make a prediction today, man. Stay tuned for the next one. And yeah.